Connecting with Pets, a Forever Vets podcast.
Welcome back to podcast episode number 9 of the Connecting with Pets Forever Vets podcast. Today our topic is wellness plans. My name is Shelly, and today I have 2 members of our client solutions team who actually handle wellness plans and much more. We have David and we have AJ. So
Hello,
Hi,
thank you.
Thanks for having us.
thank you for being here. So before we jump into questions, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself? Whoever wants to start first.
You want to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
My name is AJ. I'm a client solutions specialist here at Forever Vets. I've been with Forever Vets for over 2 years now. I started off at the Bay Meadows Clinic in reception, worked my way up to vet teching, and then made the transition over here to client solutions team. March of this past year.
Awesome. All right, a little bit about you, David.
Okay, I have actually been with Forever Vets for 8 years now. I started as a receptionist at the first Bay Meadows location when we only had 2 hospitals. Now we have 12 facilities, so there's been quite a lot of growth. I actually started this department. It used to be called the Wellness Department, and we've evolved now to what I call a gigantic help desk for the clients as well as the hospitals. So love my job.
That's amazing. So I know we have a lot of fun topics to talk about. But before we jump into that, can you guys tell a little bit to our listeners what exactly a wellness plan is?
Yeah, so I'll take that one. Wellness plans are a prepaid wellness plan program. It is a 12-month, year-long contract that provides and covers all routine care for your dog or your kitty cat. And we have several different ones for kittens. We have a mid-tier one for our adult dogs, and then one for our older pets who need a little extra special care. But it's an affordable way to be able to afford those things that your pet's going to need. Updates, vaccines, routine exams, and things throughout the year.
Great. So it's really a great way to keep prevention, in a way, of your pet's health ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
What are some perks that wellness plans offer to Forever Vets?
Let's see. Perks. So you have the coverage, like I stated, about the vaccines and routine care, but all of our wellness plans include additional discounts for any services that aren't fully covered that are outside of the plan. So you get a percentage off of their medications, so monthly preventative that you would need, any other diagnostic services as well. And that discount can also be used at our boarding facilities and for any of our locations that also offer grooming services as well. So it covers and gives you a little benefit for like a wide variety of the services that we provide.
Awesome. That's a really great explanation. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks.
And I guess, David, you can help answer the next one. Why does Forever Vets offer wellness plans?
Well, I heard the word prevention mentioned earlier, and basically that is the reason. We really want to emphasize on preventative medicine for your pets. We don't want them to get sick. And getting them not sick means getting them their vaccinations. It means having their annual exams twice a year. It has getting their Bordetella, their distemper, their rabies. All of that is going to prevent diseases in your pet. And, you can't emphasize prevention enough. And that's the reason we have a wellness plan, because we want it to be affordable so that your pet doesn't get sick and put you in a really bad financial situation.
Mm-hmm. All right. Continuing on with our questions here. We want to educate our pet parents, and we want to know what might be some of the biggest misconceptions of what a wellness plan is. And I know you kind of went into depth of what it is, but what do you guys see in your department routinely that you wish that people knew a little bit more about?
Sure.
Yeah, I think the most common misconception we get almost on a daily basis is that the wellness plan is pet insurance. And, I 100% understand why people think it is, because they get such great coverage with the vaccines and everything, but it's understanding that it's a wellness plan that covers the routine services. Most pet insurances are going to cover emergency services and things for, emergency care, urgent care, things like that for whenever their pets are sick. The wellness plan is as we kind of talked about before, it's a preventative plan for all the things that they're going to need to keep them nice and healthy throughout the year.
Okay, got it. So non-insurance, preventative plan, like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot. Is there any other ones you can think of off the top of your head that you might want some pet parents to know like, no, that's not what a wellness plan is. This is a little bit more of what it is?
I think something I get as well is, let me see, people think it's like a subscription service. Like you would pay a subscription for like your Spotify or like a monthly gym membership. It is a, whenever you sign the wellness plan contract initially, it is a 12-month contract. So that monthly payment that you're making, while your pet may not be brought in every single month for office visits or anything, that monthly payment is just breaking up that payment over the course of 12 months for all of their routine care. But it is not a monthly membership or a monthly subscription.
Okay. And if anyone wanted to sign up on a wellness plan, how easy is that?
Oh my gosh, it's so easy.
Oh, it's very, very easy. They can actually do it on the phone now.
Oh, wow. Okay,
we can send them the contract over online. They can digitally sign it and send it back. Or basically the easiest way is just to go on ahead and make your appointment, sign the contract while you're in the clinic. They can explain a lot about the wellness plans while you're there if you had any questions. It can be done in less than 5 minutes.
Okay. Very easy. Preventative care. We love it. Love to see it. And wellness plans are only for cats and dogs, correct?
Yes, only for cats and dogs, kittens and puppies, but yes, just cats and dogs right now.
Awesome. Is there anything else you guys want to add on to that list, or do we think we hit it all right there?
I'm sure there's more, but I think that's pretty much the basics if anyone had any questions. So.
Okay. And I know, David, you definitely have a success story that you want to share. But before we jump into that, do you have any examples, AJ?
Of success stories with pets being on wellness plans? Gosh, there have been so many, like, even in my personal and like life, my kitty cat who's on a wellness plan right now, she had let me see, I think I was pruning or cutting back like some house plants or something, and she, unbeknownst to me, ate some and some of the plant, and she was really, really sick. It was about a year ago, I think. Had to take her in. She had to be hospitalized for a day. We had to do blood work. It's one of those things that you often don't think about because cats and dogs eat weird things. You never know if they're just going to pass or if it's going to be something that makes them really sick. She had really high off the charts kidney values, and I wasn't thinking about like having to get blood work done for her. Obviously I knew that was something that she was going to need with my previous experience working in the clinic, but knowing that the wellness plan was there and that covered the blood work for her was really such a big help. And even with the repeat follow-up office visits, having those covered, and just having great veterinary team to help take care of her as well, but also knowing that even the additional and like follow-up diagnostics were discounted with the wellness plan too. It was really great help. It wasn't nearly like as
stressful as it could
stressful
be if you didn't have that.
Right, exactly. So that was a really big help, just having that for her. So,
okay. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
And David, I know that you're going to go into a lot more of how you created the wellness department overall. But before that, let's go ahead and hear your success story.
Well, I want to say that a lot of us employees here are on wellness plans. We pay for wellness plans just like our clients do because we believe in them. I think it's hard to talk to people or work somewhere if you don't actually believe in the product. And I believe in it because I have a little terrier mix. He's almost 9. Who's constantly getting ear infections. He's actually downstairs now seeing the doctor for an ear infection. But he became very sick last year with something called pancreatitis. And if you're not familiar with that, it's a very dangerous disease. It's also it can be a very expensive disease to treat. So with the wellness plan, my blood work was covered for him. All of the medications were discounted. The office visit follow-ups were covered. I mean, literally saved me over $2,000 because the interesting thing about the wellness plan, when you get your invoice, you can see how much you've saved on that invoice. Wow. So without the wellness plan, with his illness, it was so severe, it would have cost me probably $6,000 to $7,000 out of pocket, whereas with the wellness plan, it saved me so much money. So it's definitely worth it for preventative care, like I said, but if you have a certain situation with an emergency or ear infections like I'm dealing with today, all of that is covered. So it's amazing.
No, and that just shows that, like you said, you talk about the product every day. You actually use the product
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
I do, yes.
And that's another reason why wellness plans are so important in Forever Vets. We have so many other things that we offer to our clients, and that's just another service that I'm really glad that we have. And as employees, it's great for us to use them
Yes.
as well.
Of course.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moving along, David, I know we talked about this a couple other times, but let's go ahead and go back from day one when the wellness plan, the wellness department overall was created.
Well, this is a fun story, but it was just me, actually. It was just me, and there were 2 hospitals, so it was easy enough to manage. But as we grew, and I like to tell this story, it's kind of funny. I actually worked in a bathroom. They took the toilet and the sink out, and that was my office because there was nowhere else to put me. And I like to tell that story. It's just a little fun thing for growth, one of our core values. But anyway, we grew. We grew to 3 hospitals, then 4 hospitals, then 5, and it was just too much for me as one person to handle. And it wasn't being fair to our clients or to our clinics because I wasn't able to provide them the customer service that they deserve as our clients. So we grew. I had my first employee, then we grew to more employees, and then we grew to 6 hospitals, 7 hospitals, 8. Now we have 12 facilities, including boarding and daycare. And all of those clients deserve top-notch customer service. So now I have a staff of 9 plus me, and that's how we've grown. And I firmly believe that we need those people to provide customer service, not only to our clients, but to the clinics. We're here for the clinics and for the clients. And I just demand excellent customer service. I think it's so important. And it's basically important for the pets because that's why we're here,
Most
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I love that behind the scenes. So thank you for sharing with that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, Forever Vets, we may have a lot of locations, but we are not corporate in any way.
No,
Right.
no.
We have proud one owner, Dr. G, and we really strive with our core values and our mission statement. And we've grown in the city because, as we know, a lot of people are moving to the city. A lot of people still get pets, and takes 20 to 15 minutes to get from wherever you need to get. So you need a lot of different locations to be there for the clients and for the community overall. Tell me a little bit about the department dynamic overall, now present day.
So I think this may be a good question for me to kind of start off with because
Yeah.
coming from the clinic, when we're working in the clinic, we kind of have a more like skewed like perspective of what the client solutions team does. We often think about them as the wellness plan department, and anything we have an issue with the wellness plan, we just call client solutions immediately because it used to be called the wellness
That's what
department.
it was, yes.
Yeah, and so now that I've transitioned from clinic life to the client solutions team, see that there's way more support that we do in the background for the clinics, but also for our clients as well. So yes, wellness plans are a big part of it. Every single day, I think we're processing renewed wellness plans. We're checking and auditing any new wellness plan signups, but we're doing a lot more of that as well, going through our daily reports, one of the daily things we do is checking to see if any of babies who are on wellness plans, if anybody has passed away, and how we can help provide comfort for the client and kind of ease their worries during that time as well, which is a huge thing that you deal with day to day in the clinic. You see those pets for those appointments, and we often, once a client has left the clinic, we often don't think about what happens after, especially if they're on a wellness plan. So that's one of the many other things that we end up doing. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, right? Every account that we come across, we're auditing, we're checking, we're making sure we have up-to-date information for all of our clients, so that way if we need to reach out to them for any reason, the clinic needs to reach out to them, we're able to get in touch with our clinics and with our clients just to make sure that we're there for the pets and the people.
And to piggyback off that, the opposite of solution is what? Conflict. So nobody likes to talk about that part.
Right.
But it's important because conflict is going to happen. Unfortunately, a client may not understand why they owe this amount, or they left accidentally without paying a bill. That's the bad part of our job. Nobody likes to owe money, but that can sometimes create conflict. So the opposite of that is solution. So we want to come up with an amicable solution for the client so that everybody's happy in the long run. And so sometimes that can be challenging, but it's our job to make the client the most important person and help them understand what's going on with their pet, first of all, and the rest is all going to take care of itself.
No, I love that we're always seeking solutions here at Forever Vets, no matter which department that you're in. Definitely are doing that. So I really appreciate you guys pulling the curtain back and giving us more of a glimpse of what you guys do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, absolutely. And, even though we have those difficult things that we deal with, like conflict and people's pets who have passed away, it's nice that we have such a great, strong team right now.
Yeah, we do.
And we all get along really well, but we're also, here to support each other as well as the clinics and everything too. So yes, we deal with sometimes some not so fun things, but I know that Maggie and David are always there to back me up and back the rest of the team up. And it's just a very nice, supportive, office culture here for sure.
And the best thing is, you have a bad phone call or a bad day, just go down and find a kitten.
Yeah, I go and
dogs, cats, everywhere.
Everything, they always make it better.
Exactly. So. Yeah, Merlin's been here the last couple of days, so sometimes I just go and I grab him. Or I think about it.
Our marketing department is right next to the client solutions team.
Yeah.
So one thing you definitely hear is lots of laughter. So
yes.
there's lots of fun and laughter and high team spirits throughout the day, because I know you guys do deal with a lot of difficult things, but it's you guys always keep that team morale up. So
absolutely,
got to watch you guys grow as well, which is exciting.
Yes.
So we've talked a lot about the wellness plans, overall, the dynamic of the client solutions, what you guys do, and kind of some behind-the-scenes history of Forever Vets. But in conclusion, I want you guys to go over some key points that you really want our listeners to really take away from this episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my biggest takeaway for our clients who listen to the podcast is I really want them to understand that they are getting an enormous amount of savings and a great benefit by having a wellness plan. Oftentimes we have people who call in and who want to cancel because they feel they're not getting the discounts and savings that they thought they were, or they don't use it as often, or they're just not getting use out of it at all. Even if you only bring your pet in once or 2 times a year, you are getting an immense savings just from, getting their annual vaccines updated. You can sign up on a wellness plan the day you go in for your first visit, and, other than the startup of the wellness plan, out of pocket, maybe just for prevention that you may need for your pet, and you're saving over $300, just getting all of that covered.
I mean, the minute you walk in the door on a wellness plan, you start saving money, because you're not paying for that office visit. It's already included. You've already paid for it in your monthly fee. And office visits can add up. Literally, you could come in 365 days a year every day, and we would not charge you because you're on a wellness plan. You don't pay for office visits. So you're saving on that. AJ mentioned prevention, your medication. There's so much that you save just by walking in the door. It makes no sense not to have one, honestly.
Yeah, even if you only bring your pet in twice a year to get their updates, you're saving, I think, over $600, probably. On average, and it's so important. Those office visits are $70 out of pocket. So imagine what you're paying, monthly for your wellness plan. You come in, twice a year, maybe you come in for an ear infection or something, that $70 is completely covered because of that monthly payment that you're on with the wellness plan. So it's a great benefit to our clients who use it, and that's always the thing too, right? If you don't use it, then it's right. If you don't use it, then
use it.
We want you to use it, exactly.
And the whole idea of a wellness plan is kind of if I got a new puppy or a new kitten, I can continue to use that plan, but in different, I guess you could say, packages or different. You would start on the kitten plan, for example, and then you would move to
you would start on the kitten or puppy, and we have different options for you there. You can get a spay or a neuter in that puppy or kitten, and then as they grow into adulthood, we include other things like a dental and blood work as they get older and they need certain things, just like humans do, right? We need things as we get older. So we definitely, our plans evolve along with the age of your pet, for sure.
Yeah, and those puppy and kitten plans are extremely beneficial because they have all of their booster vaccines and shots that they need initially up until 16 weeks of age. So they're coming in, let me see, we're seeing new patients, puppies and kittens, in the clinics multiple times over the first 6 months of them being adopted and taken into their new home. So all of those office visits, vaccines, everything, it's
covered. You got
it's covered under a
6 or
wellness
7
plan.
office visits for boosters. All of those office visits are covered.
Yeah.
You don't pay for them.
Yeah.
And you have
There you go.
and there are different tiers too. So if you, like, let's say adopt from a shelter and your kitten or puppy has already been neutered or spayed, we have the basic kitten plan. If you have you adopted from a breeder and they haven't been spayed or neutered, there's a kitten and puppy plan that covers spay and neuter as well, which is fantastic. That one saves so much money for our clients. So I think there's a huge benefit to having one, whether they're a kitten or a puppy or they're an older dog, maybe, to have that extra coverage for any of your pets who may have like heart issues or heart conditions. You have preventative screening for our special plans for our much older, like more senior animals. So there's
Always amazed if someone has a puppy or kitten and they don't want to sign up on the wellness plan. I'm like, you just want to spend money? Okay, that must be nice.
I mean, if that,
a lot of vaccines to support through,
Okay.
more power to them if they want to. But I really, I remember being in clinic, the puppy and kitten plan was just like, it just saves so much money. I think I still think about it. Now I'm not signing up as many of those because I'm not in clinic anymore. But even when I go back and, we have those clients who are like, okay, it's been 6 months. They got all their vaccines and I want to cancel now. And I'm just like, really? Like,
No.
why?
No.
No, look, you have saved so much money and you still have all these other like discounts and things you can use for the rest of the year. So it's kind of a no-brainer, like once you kind of understand everything that's covered with them.
Yeah, no, this is a great understanding of overall what the plans can offer. And as a pet parent listening, really it will save you money. We have real life examples that we can show you with that.
Absolutely.
But before we go, how can people contact the Client Solutions team if they have questions, or who do they contact if they have questions about wellness plans in general?
They can always call us. Our number is 904-367-2777. We are here from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. And we are definitely here to answer any questions. We don't deal a lot with medical questions.
Right.
We would transfer them to the clinic. Not that we're not knowledgeable, but it's just kind of better if there's a doctor around or if something's going on. We prefer that they talk to the clinic. But if it's about the wellness plan, if it's about their bill, if it's about just anything that they just are unsure of about Forever Vets, we are here to guide them and help them through that. So feel free to call us.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much
for
talking all about this. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on podcast episode number 9 of the Connecting with Pets Forever Vets podcast. Next time you will see us, we will be on podcast episode number 10. So see you then.
Yay.
Thanks everyone for listening. We are Forever Vets, locally owned and operated in Jacksonville, Florida. Visit us at forevervets.com to find out more about our community events, monthly promotions, and more specifics on animal care. Don't forget to catch our episode next week.